guys, welcome back to another reading. And if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Astra. I'm a Jennie Tarot Reader and I do tarot readings here on my channel. Today I am going to be doing a solo reading on Jennie. I've been getting a lot of requests for a while to do another solo reading on her. So today I'm going to be doing a reading on Jennie to check her current energy when it comes to different aspects of her life, like her current energy, career, and love life, and also seeing what can possibly be in store for her in the rest of 2025. I know like it's already 3 months have passed, but let's see what maybe I can pick that is possible for her in the rest of this year. Okay, so first I'm going to be starting with checking Jennie's current energy. So let's see, what is Jennie's current energy right now? How is she feeling, and what's going on for Jennie overall right now? What is Jennie's current energy right now? What is Jennie's current energies? Wow, Jennie's energy overall like is looking great. I do feel like when it comes to, her career and how things are moving forward, I feel like she's honestly pretty happy and proud of herself. With the sun, I do feel like, she feels happy and she feels positive and like has this positive outlook of things in her life. I feel like, she doesn't want to bother herself when it comes to how certain things or how people perceive her, or if people are happy with her work. Especially, I feel like as long as she's happy with this work, with her work, she's happy. Okay, definitely positive feedback, and people liking it makes her happy too. But I feel like if there's any negative feedback or anything, she doesn't care, because I feel like when it comes to a certain projects or a certain music that she did, she does feel very proud and happy for herself. She feels like that she definitely has worked really hard, and it's like almost like she is giving something that she has been growing and seeding for so long. So it's like almost like she's giving a piece of something, that she has been working so hard for and so long for. Okay, so I do feel like when it comes to her life, there is like a sense of balance, and herself as Jennie, like Jennie as a person, she feels happy. Okay, and I feel like a lot of times, she didn't feel fully, confident or happy when it comes to maybe how certain things were going. But I feel like right now there's like a big sense of, I'm really proud of myself, and I feel like she is happy to take credit for that too, that I'm happy with the thing that I did and that I created. Okay, there's like definitely a lot of self-reflection and focusing on self, which is interesting because in my last reading that I did for her, I do remember getting a lot of energy of Jennie focusing on herself, Jennie giving time for herself and having some sort of me time, and getting to know about herself more, which I'm seeing here that she does feel like right now she has a lot of knowledge about Jennie as a person, and who she is and what she likes and what she wants to do. So definitely, she is, at this place where, she does have a sense of, self-love, a lot of self-love for sure. Okay, she does feel like also a big change, also probably in a way probably people see her, or she did share certain things where it can change the people perceive her or see her as well. Okay, and I feel like she's definitely working on her long-term goals and deciding, in the long term how she wants to do things. So I feel like she's definitely at this place where she has figured a lot when it comes to her life. Okay, there's a lot of working hard energy here as well, and I do feel like she's pretty busy right now too. Okay, and even though I feel like she does have a lot of things figured out, like how I want certain things to be, I feel like she definitely is like always open to learning and changing certain ways as well. Okay, I do feel like there's a sense of an aspect over here of certain things that are not moving the way that she's like, and I don't feel like this is like her as a person or herself as a solo career. I do feel like this is a sense of maybe her personal life, or how things related to her career but like not her solo, so maybe group work or anything like that. I do feel like there is something going on where it's like not moving very smoothly right now, so I'm gonna get more into that when I get into her career. But yeah, I do also pick someone here regarding her personal life, but again, I'm gonna get into that when I get into her connections. Okay, but overall, like her energy feels pretty positive, and I feel like she feels fulfilled a bit when it comes to herself and really proud of herself right now. Okay, so let's see now what is going on in Jennie's career. You know, what's going on currently? How are things for her career-wise currently? How are things regarding Jennie's career right now? How are things regarding Jennie's career? Okay. I'm picking something up. I'm just gonna pick a few more cards. Anything else about Jennie's career currently? Anything else about Jennie's career currently? Okay, so when it comes to Jennie's career, I do feel like definitely, you know, like I mentioned, I feel like she's definitely happy with certain things that are going for her, you know, as an individual, okay? She feels happy with how things are going on when it comes to her individual. I do feel like there's like a lot of money coming in, you know, she feels happy with certain work that she has done. I do feel like, you know, there is like a third person that I'm picking up related to her career that does want things to turn out a certain way, okay? I do feel like something is being presented to Jennie of how, you know, something can go on. And I feel like this can do with certain group work, you know, maybe when it comes to Blackpink and all of that, okay? Because I'm picking up 3 other girls over here with the 3 of Cups, which is interesting. So, yeah, so I'm seeing that this is related to group work, okay? Not necessarily related to the other Blackpink girls, but there's like someone here, the King of Pentacles, that is making Jennie not feel really happy of, you know, certain things that this person is presenting, okay, which has been sort of making Jennie feel a bit, you know, not sure how to deal with the situation, okay? I feel like this person is presenting things and wanting things to go a certain way, and I do feel like he does have high energy and just like, okay, let's get this work done right now, okay? I want you guys to do this and I want you guys to do that. So I feel like this person is presenting a lot of ideas and a lot of things, and if it was up to him, would have the Blackpink members like do way too many things, you know, but I feel like there is definitely not time for that. I feel like all of them, you know, probably do have different schedules or do have certain things going on, which is making things a bit difficult because he does want things to happen a certain way while they cannot, okay? And I do feel like with Jennie's energy now, she does have a lot of balance when it comes to herself and when it comes to herself as a person. Have like this King of Pentacles energies too, that, you know, she does have things down to business, you know, she does have a lot of self-confidence in herself now. She does know what she wants and how she wants things to be presented a certain way, and so I feel like this person is trying to cause chaos, and so there's possibly conflict or disagreeing ideas when it comes to how things are gonna happen, okay, when it comes to the group, okay? So I do feel like when it comes to Jennie's career, like that's the only thing that is like not good that is happening right now, but I feel like other than that, you know, she feels happy with how things are, and I do feel like she does have a lot of things going on too. She's happy, you know, to share herself with the world. I feel like, you know, probably with certain works that she did, that she found a way to express herself, you know, and share things, you know, through her own way, okay? So I feel like definitely something that I'm hearing as well is that Jennie is definitely not the same person that this person knows. Jennie is definitely someone different, and also probably with the other Blackpink girls as well, is that, you know, they all have definitely experienced new things and found more about themselves as people, and so it's not gonna be easy for this person to come and say that, okay, I want you guys to do this, because you guys see with the King of Wands, like, he does want things to move, you know, at their own pace and at their own way, okay, which is not what, you know, the Jennie wants and probably the other girls wants as well, okay? But yeah, that's the current energy that I'm seeing for Jennie. Let's get into how this year can be when it comes to her career, and probably how are things going to turn out for her, you know, doing things in a group as well. Okay, so let's see. How will things be for Jennie this year when it comes to her career? And how are things going to be for Jennie in the rest of 2025? Okay. Get more messages here. How will things be for Jennie? Okay, fork in the road. A leg up, okay. Anything else is how this year is going to be for Jennie? Boundaries, definitely. Definitely that was like what I was feeling too. Acceptance. One more. Okay. Yes. Okay, guys, so when it comes to Jennie, I do feel like this year is going to be pretty busy for her. Like, even the rest of the year, I feel like there's going to be definitely busy schedules for her, which can be a bit tiring. Like, I feel like things can move quickly, or at one point of the year, there's going to be a lot of things going on, like busy schedules and having to manage multiple things as once, okay? Okay, so I feel like she needs to be careful, you know, to not be burned out as well, okay? Okay, and again with the King of Pentacles, which is interesting as this is the King of Pentacles, but it's coming as a woman. So Jennie really, you know, this year especially is going to be big for her when it comes to her solo, you know, herself as an individual and herself as a solo person, okay? And I feel like, you know, she likes how that feels, you know, almost like she likes, you know, the control that she has, you know, how she does want certain things to happen. And you know, I feel like it's definitely something that she has been wanting for a while. And so I do feel like this year is going to be huge for her when it comes to herself as a solo. And also, I feel like she does want to continue only growing for this way in the next upcoming years. So I feel like it's probably only the beginning when it comes to Jennie as a solo person, as an individual, okay, and as a solo. So I feel like only her solo career is like only gonna grow from here, okay? And I feel like in probably the second half of 2025, or you know, sometime in 2025, I do feel like there is going to be some difficulties, you know, some sort of fork in the road over here, okay? And I feel like this does relate to what I got in the current energy, that certain things are not going to be as smooth as Jennie would like or she would hope for. So I do feel like, again, the King of Wands is coming again. So there's definitely gonna be some person that is gonna feel hungry and feel that they are gonna keep wanting more and more, okay? And so I feel like that is definitely not gonna make Jennie feel good. But like I mentioned, you know, she is definitely a different Jennie right now, okay? So she's definitely gonna build some certain boundaries, and you know, she's gonna build definitely boundaries from now on. Like, she's not gonna let this person just like move things the way that they want. So there's definitely gonna be boundaries built, which definitely can cause certain disagreements and certain fights as well, because you know, with everyone having a certain opinion, things are not going to move very smoothly, okay? So I feel like there is going to be some tension at some point where when it comes to probably contracts, agencies, or label, okay? So at the same time, I feel like it also can probably put certain pushbacks when it comes to Jennie and make her rethink, you know, about certain contracts that she does have. So she's gonna rethink certain things because of what happens with this third person over here, you know, because I feel like she's definitely building more boundaries now, okay? So that's definitely gonna make her rethink a lot of things based on how this certain person is going to act, okay? All right, I feel like there's also gonna be a lot of reconstructing, okay? I feel like there's gonna be a lot of her, you know, building things, or you know, thinking how she does want things to move forward, so she can be restructuring things when it comes to her brands, contracts, and probably investments. You know, I feel like she's definitely gonna make a lot of money here, okay? All right, and I do feel like there can be some certain announcement that is shared with the world over here with the Two of Wands and sharing things with the world. I do feel like there is going to be some certain major announcement that does come regarding Jennie. okay? It can be probably something major regarding career-wise, like some sort of major career news about like her probably signing with something, or maybe a major project, or it can be something regarding her personal life as well, okay? So maybe something being shared about her personal life, okay? So I feel like something major is gonna happen, like some sort of major news is gonna be shared, like either regarding her career, like a major project, her signing something, or something regarding a contract, or it can be something regarding her personal life, which I can check in when I get into the personal life portion, okay? But I do feel like it can be something big, or maybe an international opportunity as well. Like I'm getting something regarding something being shared with the world, like international or something being shared. All right. And I feel like if it's something regarding her personal life, it's definitely something that she did want to keep private, but there can be a chance of, you know, things resurfacing, okay? And I do feel like she is gonna get an opportunity to do something new, okay? I don't know if she ever got into acting, or she does want to get into acting, but I do feel like she is gonna get a pretty good offer to maybe get into acting. I do like there is gonna be something being offered to her acting wise, which she definitely is gonna think about, okay? So I do feel like something acting wise can also come in. Right now I do see it like being offered, but it's up to her, like if she's gonna, you know, take it or not. But I do see something regarding acting here, or her thinking about acting, okay? Up and acceptance, I do feel like she's definitely gonna have people around her that she collaborates with, people that she works with, which she is gonna feel very, you know, supported and accepted by, okay? So I do feel like possible collaborations, or, you know, working with people that she's comfortable with. This can also be the Blackpink members as well. I do feel like there is something that they are gonna come out with, but it's definitely not gonna be fully, it's definitely not fully confirmed yet, because I feel like even now things are messy, and I feel like even towards some point of the year they can be a bit messy as well too, okay? But yeah, I do feel like, you know, they're definitely gonna be there to support each other with leg up, okay? Alright guys, so that's what I'm picking for Jennie's career. Like I feel like overall things are gonna be very successful for her, and I feel like from here on, like she's gonna definitely continue growing. But I feel like when it comes to the third person, you know, that can be a fork in the road, and it can sort of make her feel, you know, a bit of a pushback here with Unfinished Symphony as well, okay? So I feel like she's definitely gonna try to set boundaries and, you know, really rethink things through if that sort of person continues to, you know, push her, or, you know, want certain things that probably her or the other team members do not agree on, okay? Now let's get into Jennie's love life. Let's see now when it comes to Jennie's love life, what's going on in Jennie's love life currently? What's going on in Jennie's love life currently? What's going on in Jennie's love life currently? Wow, okay. Okay, so when it comes to Jennie's love life, there is definitely someone that has been in her life for a while, okay? And I feel like this does relate to a certain person that I was picking up in my last reading for her as well. So I do feel like this person has been in her life for a really long while, okay? So it's like not someone new, okay? I do feel like when it comes to this person, Jennie does definitely have a lot of love for this person, you know? I feel like they both understand each other very well. They both are able to share a lot of moments, and I feel like this person is very supportive, and I do feel like when it comes to their bond, I feel like she does really see them growing ahead and, you know, moving forward, and, you know, being in each other's lives for years. You know, she does see him as someone that can be constant in her life, okay? But honestly, I do see that things are not very smooth right now. There's possibly, you know, them being on different pages when it comes to going ahead when it comes to their bond. So I do feel like honestly things are at rest when it comes to their relationship and bond, okay? I do feel like Jennie, definitely when it comes to Jennie, I feel like she does have her focus on her career, like very hugely. with the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, she does have her focus on her career. So her career and her as an individual is really her focus. And this person does not want her to not focus on her career at all. Like, this person is very supportive, but I do feel like with Jennie having like a busy schedule, and I feel like especially at a certain point of this year, her schedule is going to be very busy too. So I do feel like it can be hard sometimes to balance both out. And so there is definitely a sense of sadness and Jennie feeling undecisive when it comes to her bond with this person. Because, you know, she does really feel great with him, and he definitely made her, you know, open up to love and, you know, feel that she's ready for love again. But I feel like honestly there is like sort of a stopping point, or, you know, resting things and just seeing how they turn out. Okay, so yeah, so I feel like Jennie, you know, want has been trying to sort of distract herself with work and just like focus on work, you know, to not think about this situation. Because I do feel like definitely it's something that does make her feel sad and make her feel a bit anxious, you know, on what is gonna be the end of this bond. You know, like, how is it gonna be? Like, are things gonna be fixed or are they not? Okay, so yeah, I do feel like things are currently at a rest between the two of them and not fully fine, but his presence is definitely still there. Okay, now let's get into Jennie's love life this year. How will it be? Will this situation be fixed? How is her love life going to be this year? How is Jennie's love life going to be in this year? How is Jennie's love life going to be this year? I'm gonna just get a few more cards. How is Jennie's love life gonna be this year? How is Jennie's love life going to be this year? How is Jennie's love life going to be this year? Okay, one more. How is Jennie's love life going to be this year? Okay, guys. So when it comes to Jennie's love life, I do feel like definitely this person is going to be in her year throughout. So I do feel like things are not fully over between them. So I do feel like that, you know, she can figure out with that person over here, with the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. I do feel like you know, she definitely does feel stable with him and she feels great with him. Okay, but again, I do feel like her career and her having a busy schedule can be a bit burdening. You know, she at one point in this year is going to want to balance both her career and her love life, you know, which can be a bit burdening on her. Okay, I feel like right now, you know, things are not fully that great when it comes to her love life, but I feel like at one point in this year she's going to feel more excited about love and more, you know, happy. Okay, and again, I feel like definitely her, you know, she's gonna really want to try to balance her career and her love life, because I'm getting like a lot of focus on herself and, you know, her career. So definitely it's gonna be a bit hard for her, because I do feel like there's gonna be busy schedules as well. Okay, there's also gonna be situations where Jennie's gonna feel, you know, not sure, you know, how are things gonna be turning out. Okay, I also do feel like something that she has left behind can resurface again. So I do feel like also there can be someone from the past, maybe someone from her past love life can be coming back or something. So I do feel like a person from the past can be coming as well too. So it can be this situation with this guy and her feeling unsure, because I do feel like there is going to be someone from the past trying to interfere or come again. Okay, or something can happen where her love life can sort of clash with her career, like maybe something coming out or something resurfacing again, or maybe old rumors that did come out in the past or can come back again. Okay, I just see that happening, but I'm not sure if it's fully gonna happen, but I do see it as a possibility. Okay, so I feel like at one point she is gonna feel tied up and feel like something that she has kept inside is gonna come out almost, okay? All right, so I do feel like at one point she is gonna have to make pretty much big decisions when it comes to her love life. Anything else about Jennie's love life? Anything else about Jennie's love life? Cupid's arrow and love. Yes, there is definitely gonna be love this year for her. Like, I do see it, like, with either the person that she does have going on right now or someone with the past. I do feel like definitely, you know, love is something constant for her this year, okay? She's gonna focus on her self-love as, like, mostly, but also, you know, giving herself to have love as well and to feel love with someone else as well, okay? Anything else? Healthy choice. Yeah, at one point in this year she's gonna have to make choices, like I mentioned, and especially healthy ones, okay? Because I feel like with that person from the past coming back, or, you know, being something that resurfaces again, I do feel like, you know, she's gonna definitely have to make a choice. But can you guys notice, like, self-love coming too? You know, Jennie is, like, all about self-love and focusing on herself this year a lot, okay? But I do feel like for the most part, you know, I don't feel like she's gonna stay single this year. Like, definitely I feel like there's gonna be a lot going on when it comes to her love, like up and downs, you know. I feel like it's gonna be a mix of emotions, but definitely she's gonna have love this year. And I do feel like with the person that she does have, like, things are not fully balanced right now, but I do feel like, you know, they can figure things out, okay? Because at the end of the day, I do feel like they both value each other, and especially Jennie does feel like he's like a flower that she secured, or, you know, something that she got, you know, that she doesn't want to let go. Like, you guys can see this flower that, you know, she's holding on and flying with. So it's like almost like she's holding something that is special for her, like almost like a trophy or something special, okay? But yeah, I feel like she's gonna really try to balance a lot when it comes to her career, because her career is definitely her focus. But I also feel like she wants to be happy too, and, you know, find someone that she's happy with. All right. And that's what I'm getting for Jennie's reading. I really hope you guys enjoyed and that you guys liked this reading. Please let me down know in the comments what you guys think. I would love to hear you guys' feedback. But other than that, thank you guys so much, and hope to see you guys next time.